Imagine a world where the starved are fed, the homeless are sheltered, and the uneducated gets to go to school. Charity promised to turn this vision into a reality. But more often than not, when we look at charity, we see it as a self-promoting act, or a corporate billboard, or perhaps it just failed completely to make a real impact. So often that this is considered a norm in charity. Today, I invite you on a journey to rethink and rebuild charity, with one goal in mind, that is to make it better, to make a real impact and not just a feel-good moment. Now, when we speak about charity, one of our main concerns comes from the difference between income and outcome that stems from the lack of transparency. Take, for example, in September last year, a member of a student club was tasked to donate up to $11 million to communities that were devastated by the Yagu storm. He instead pocketed up to 90% of the fund for his own personal usage, whilst trying to falsify the transaction record. How can we truly trust a system that fails to have the fundamental openness and accountability? Another problem with charity is how they executed their help. Does aid that breeds dependency truly mean help? Nowadays, many companies and big organizations only focus on charity as a form of advertisement. They use charity, but they only use the quick fixes, cheap fixes to solve the surface problem, instead of focusing on the solution for deeper ones. Take, for example, in Nigeria. In Nigeria, a lot of communities are plagued with malaria. To help this, many charities provide them with free anti-malarials. But they completely ignore the main cause of the problem, mosquitoes from stagnant water areas. This then creates a cycle where families, communities have to depend on the free medicine in order to fight off the disease. So how can we truly break free from these norms? Well, first, in order to tackle the lack of transparency problem in charity, we must integrate blockchain technology. It provides us with a clear, public, and secure record of every transaction ever made, thus making any attempt in falsifying a transaction record impossible, eliminating problems such as fallback or the misuse of charity funds, restoring charities' reliability, and making sure that every dime that donated goes to a good cause. Now, in order to break free from our second problem, the norm of a performative charity, accountability is our golden ticket. We must hold companies, big corporations accountable for their charities. How? We must demand laws, fight back by boycotting brands that prioritize in promoting rather than real help. We must also mandate a partnership between communities and charities in order to tackle core issues head-on. In Nigeria, this would mean that charities not only have to give out free medicine, but would also have to fund drainage system to remove stagnant water areas. There are obviously a lot of problems with charity, but so much so that it would be considered a norm. But this doesn't mean we have to turn a blind eye and accept these norms. I think it is time for us to take a change. It is time for us to work together and break the norm, to change charity into something that truly impacts our world. Thank you for listening.